Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome here. I quickly want to show you how you can make your text to be on curve line, in a curve shape, to follow a curve path. Maybe you want to put it on ribbon. That's what we do in this demo actually, but you can definitely get the basis on how to make curve text. Now this is our Inkscape interface is here. You have the tools everywhere, up, down, left, right, and everywhere. You may need to learn how to use these tools. Please check my video on Inkscape tools tutorial. Get the link to that in the description below and you will be glad you did. This is not the page site that I would like to work with because I want to create something for the logo purpose, so I can be using A4 size. This is an A4 size, so I need to change the size of this project. So to do that, I come here and from there I go to document properties. Under the general settings, I put the display unit as pixels. I like working with pixels. And under customize settings as well, I put the unit as pixels. Then I can change my settings to 500 pixels by 500 pixels, and that's the general common size for logo actually. Okay, so that is that. I think the next thing is this plain white background might not be good because I need to see the background of whatever I'm doing to make my work transparent and see what goes behind. So to do that, I need to make this background to be on checkerboard. So I check this box. Okay, you can see the difference. Check, uncheck, you can see that. So this is what I want, and I'm done with this. I'm done with it, so X. Now the next thing is you may need to probably make this more visible. You can use your plus button to zoom in and out. Plus and minus will do that for you. You can also hold your control key and roll your mouse wheel to get the result. That's zooming in and out. So the next thing we need to do now is to get the ribbon that we want to work with. Google. So this is on Google, that's from the internet, and I just typed ribbon silhouette. Ribbon silhouette, so I have a whole lot that came up for me, but this is what I want to use. So I right click, I copy image, take it down, come here and paste. Now we can use this as it is. We need to make this to become path, and we change it to path and change it to bitmap because it's still a PNG. PNG is still a rasterized format, so we need to change that. Right click and trace bitmap. Your settings comes up, so you leave all this as default. Click update, and this is the result. So I click apply. Now I have it up here, so it does it perfectly, that it falls exactly on the actual image. So I click on that and take the new result out, and this is the old one that we don't need. Right click and delete. So we'll be working with this. I don't think we need this anymore. X. So I pick this and take it down here. If this button is opened, then you may lose the dimension of your original size of what you're working with. So you may be tempted to lose it if that is open here. So to make sure that you have it safe, make sure that this padlock here is locked up. Then you can drag freely and you won't lose the dimensions of whatever you're working with. I think I need to increase this size a bit. Now I want to place this accurately in the middle of this page. So to do that, I come to this arrow here, then I go align and distribute. I want it to be according to the page. So to be on page, you can definitely change it, but this is what I want, so I put it as the center of the page. And that's it. Now I can see the image is still going outside of the page, so I need to take this in a little, as well, and also make sure that I have it perfect now. So this is perfectly in the middle of the page that I'm working with, so I want it to be in the center and the middle, so then I put it in the middle. Perfect. Okay, so that is it now. So we don't need these anymore. Now the next thing we need to do now is to create the path that the text is going to fall on. Okay, so pick this Bezier tool and we'll draw. So I'm going to start from here. Please, when you're drawing this, make sure that this button is not on, because if it's on, you won't enjoy your work. So make sure you turn it off. This snap tool here, it causes so much problem for people when they work. All right, so it's turned off, then I can draw freely now. So here will be my starting point. I've started now, so click and release. Then you move. When you get to a certain point where you're going to have a curve, in the middle of that point where you have a curve, click but don't release it. Now drag to make your bends. Okay, I think this bend is fine now. Okay, then I release. Then I go. Then I need to make a slight bend here. A slight bend. Yeah, so I'm still bending it. I've not released it. Okay, then I release it. I think here I can just go straight and click. Then here I think there's a bend here, so for this point I click, but I will not release my mouse. I adjust. Then if you are done, just double click. Okay, we are done. Okay, now it's not visible. Why is it not visible? I think that's because it's still black on black. So let's give it something like this so you can see. Now I just clicked on this color now as a fill, and that's not what I need. So we don't need to fill the shape that we created. We don't need to fill the shape. So give it your X. Just click on this X. Now hold your shift and pick the color you want. The shift and the color you want will give it a stroke. That is a kind of outline around it. The next thing you want to do is type the text now. So pick your text tool and type. I need to close the space between the letters. So if you check up here, space between the letters here, I can use this minus button to close it up. Okay, I think that's fine. Then right click inside it and go to text and font, and you have this choice. Alternatively, you can also come to text here and you see text and font there as well. It will make you to land here. Then you choose the font of your choice. That is fine. Then we can increase the size as much as we want it. Okay, now that's fine. So select it. Now the text is here. Let's give the text maybe color red so that we can see the effect of what we're doing. Alright, so click on this and hold your shift and click on the line that we drew. Then come to text, put on path. I don't think it's proper for the yellow line to be visible there. So what we do is, let's try to see if you can click on the line itself. Yes, we got it. Is it? I think yes. So this is the line itself. Here is the text. I just want to be sure that I'm clicking on the right things. Here is text and here is the line around it. In here I can pick it carefully. No, I didn't get it. I got it now. So that is it. So now what we need is to take this color away so that it will be invisible. And to do that, hold your shift and click this X here. Shift and this X makes it invisible, and that is it. So now we can it's still there, but you can see it actually. Of course, we don't need to make it obvious. Now this text can come back to white because white and black should be a perfect color. Okay, now the next thing is let's draw let's pick color yellow. Let's draw a background for it, and let's see how beautiful this is going to look at the end. So this is yellow fill, and pick the selector tools to select it, then send it to back. This is to send it to back, this is to bring it forward. Now it's covered up because it's already in front of the work we just did, so we need to send this to back by clicking on this button, and that is it. Let's take this away and see how beautiful that looks. I hope you find this very helpful. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe now.